A Woman Scorned is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is executive produced and produced by Georgina, Ibeh, and the director is Simon Emeka. A recap of this movie is a woman who got cheated on by her husband, and she got a pound of flesh back at the end of the day. You need to watch this movie. Is on Georgina Ibeh TV. Now, what I like about this movie, let's start with the basis, which is the storyline and the lesson from this movie. I mean, we live in a society where the man is allowed to cheat, the woman is not allowed to cheat. If you watch this movie, you understand that sometimes it's good to pay back cheating men in their own coin, especially if you're in a marriage for years and you're not getting reward in terms of happiness, financial stability, or even children in that marriage. You just need to outsource. This movie is going to teach you one or two things in that regard, so you need to watch this movie. Another thing I love about this movie is the location. Finally, Georgina Ibeh kind of outsourced in terms of the house they use for this location. Basically 3 houses that they use, and each houses have not been overused by YouTube producers, obviously, so that was a good one right there. Talk about the cast of this movie. Georgina herself was one of the main characters, and you already know that she is very talented as well. And one thing I love about her is that she doesn't get intimidated, or she doesn't allow her body to set her back. Any role, any character that is given to her, she actually acts that character in the best way that she can. And in this movie, as the unhappy married woman that she was, she got her pound of flesh back at the end of the day. You can just imagine paying evil with evil and enjoying it at the end. That is exactly how she made her cheating husband in this role. So she was really talented, and I love what she did in this movie. And we talk about Osifo Linda. This lady, I just love her skin tone and her accent, the way she speaks English. I don't know whether she has traveled outside of Nigeria. I just love the way she speaks. There's something about the way she just talks, and I love that so much. And she was subtle in this movie. She wasn't really like the main character. She was supporting cast, and I kind of enjoy her in this movie as well. Let's talk about Daniel. Daniel was the husband that was cheating. Sometimes husbands don't have it all together, but they love to cheat. This is what Daniel character was, and I kind of enjoy him. He was giving an okay performance in his movie. Then we talk about CJ as well. CJ had a few scenes in this movie. This guy hasn't been acting like a main character. He's always acting supporting cast. Hopefully, I can't wait to see him act main character. Then I can base my judgments whether he can really act or not. But in terms of the supporting cast that he always does, he always nails it, and in this movie he did justice to his role as well. We talk about the cinematography of this movie. That was so good. Bright colors and picture quality was on point. Lastly but not the least thing that I love about this movie is that it has a very big twist at the end. There's a detailed story twist that I don't want to tell you guys. I want you guys to go and watch this movie, A Woman Scorned, on Georgina Ibeh TV. When you're watching the movie, you think you can predict how it ends, but trust me, it is unpredictable, and that is the twist that you need to look out for when you're watching this movie. And I love movies, especially Hollywood, guys, that is unpredictable at the end of it, and this movie kind of live up to that expectation. So that was one thing that I actually love about this movie. Then we move to what I don't like about this movie. I'll start with costume of this movie. Costumes of this movie was not it at all. I really do not like what almost all of them, especially Daniel, the guys were wearing in this movie. They do not look the part. The women, that's Georgina and Linda, look more posh and more presentable and more boss ladies than the guys. The guys I mean, the guys, according to the story, they are also good in terms of financially, they are okay, but they don't look the part. And I'm like, okay, why was that? And also, I don't like the scene where Georgina kind of poisoned the guy and stuff like that. But the way he was sweating in that scene, I was questioning myself whether they didn't have an AC, on that set or on that scene. I'm like, why was the guy sweating? Like his sweat was even pouring in his food. And I'm like, no, 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 this is not it. Even Georgina herself, she was also kind of sweating, but unlike the guy Daniel, the scene was not comfortable for Daniel. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I could see through his art, and the sweat was distracting him from giving us a very good performance or an above average kind of performance, and that was really bad. So Georgina, Ibeh, please make sure that there's air flow in on sets when you're using your actors, or there's an AC on, or there's a good fan blowing, especially if your cast sweats a lot or something like that, so that everybody can be comfortable on set and do whatever they had to do to make a good movie. So I really did not find that scene interesting at all. Another thing that I didn't like about this movie has to do with the twist that I'm talking about. She got pregnant. Now the pregnancy, was it either for the husband or another guy? Now whether it was for another guy, we didn't know whether the guy is aware of the pregnancy. Did she keep the pregnancy to herself? What is the whole dynamic in terms of how that part of the story is ending? So there's a question mark regarding that. I don't know if they are leaving that to the audience or viewers to guess how they want to end the movie. I don't know, but I really didn't like how that part of the storyline ended. But in all, it's a good movie. I'll give it a 6/10 as my rating. If you haven't watched A Woman Scorned, please kindly go to Georgina Ibeh TV and watch. Thank you guys so much for watching this review that I did on this movie. I'll see you guys in my next movie review.